Dear students, today our topic is responsibility. What is responsibility? For kids, the first thing that comes to the mind is, oh, it's a bad word, full of obligations, duties, tasks, and you have to complete them, you have to finish them. It's something that you have to be accountable for. But responsibility is simply a simple word that says that your acceptance towards the response or reaction of your tasks, right? So responsibility is not something big or huge. It is not a burden. We should not take it like a burden. Responsibility is accepting and being accountable for your own belongings, being accountable for your words, being accountable for your actions, taking care of yourself, taking care of others. Acting maturely, responsibility is simply being a nice person at all times, accepting your faults and your mistakes. You must have heard that people say usually that maturity does not come by age. You see a man with gray hair does not mean that that person is more mature than you. Maturity comes with your acceptance towards your responsibilities. That means you're more mature if you understand and realize that you are responsible for certain things. As a child, for small things, and as you grow, for different things in different phases of life. When we talk about responsibility, it is that you realize and you accept that you are the cause and you are the solution to a problem. For example, you are there to solve a problem or finish a task, right? So you are a solution to that task. Now, who is the cause? You only, because you are available. That is why that task is there to be completed. For example, you have a belonging, you go to school, you have to take care of it, right? It is your responsibility. It is not your teacher's or your friend's responsibility. Normally and usually, as kids, we usually say, oh, I'm just a kid. I'm just a little boy or a little girl. How can I be responsible for so many big things? It's not about big things. The word responsibility looks big, but then the responsibilities are small and they grow as with the age. For example, you're responsible for your words, your behavior, your actions, your efforts, your mistakes, and ultimately the consequences of your actions. But then at the same time, you will not be held responsible for other people's actions, for their mistakes, for their words. If one of your friends is bullying someone else, then you're not responsible for that. Your friend has to be accountable for that, right? But yes, you may have a moral responsibility of making your friend understand, making him understand or her understand that no, this is not right. We should not do this, right? But then you cannot be responsible for their actions. As a child, you can always promise yourself to be responsible for small things, responsible for doing your homework in time, responsible for making your breakfast, responsible for packing your bag and packing your lunch, responsible for your belongings in the classroom while you were in school, responsible for tidying up your room. So, all these small things make up into the set of responsibilities that are there for little children. And as you grow in life, as you know, move from one phase to another phase, then you have different sets of responsibilities. Now, there are different types of responsibilities. Some are social, moral, personal. How? What do you mean by social responsibility? You can say that, for example, an old lady is crossing the road, and then because she's old, so she's moving slowly, naturally, the traffic has to stop. You can go and say, hey, lady, can I help you? Hold her hand, make her cross the road, help her. So that will be a social responsibility that you're offering your helping hand to people around you, right? Then you can say moral responsibility. What is it? It is your inner voice, your conscience that tells you to do something or not to do something. For example, you see money on the road, right? You pick it up. You're happy that you got money, but then your conscience says, no, return it to the person. It's not yours. So you just go and tell that man or lady, whosoever it belongs to, say, excuse me, sir, I just saw it falling from your pocket. Please take it. It's not mine. So, that is your conscience did not allow you to take someone else's belonging. That was your moral responsibility to return it to them. Similarly, we have legal responsibilities. Your responsibility towards the law of the place where you are living, towards the law of the organization. You have to abide by the rules and regulation, by the laws, and then legal action can be taken if you don't. So these are your legal responsibilities. And then the last one is your self responsibility, that is your personal responsibility, being accountable for what you think, how you feel, how you behave. All these things are your own responsibilities. Your actions, your words, your behavior, they all come under personal responsibilities. Now normally we have seen, people saying that, oh, children, they have a right to be heard, listened to, they have a right to speak, give them that chance. But then don't they have the responsibility to listen to others also? Usually they say that children should not be scolded, they should not be hit, we should not be cruel to children. But then don't children have a responsibility not to bully others? Similarly, children have a right to enjoy the clean environment, keep the environment clean at home and in school. Then children have to be responsible enough for taking care of the environment, right? If children have a right to proper medical care and they have a right to be loved and respected, then it is their responsibility to take care of themselves, be hygienic, show love and respect to others also. We usually hear people saying that children have a right to make mistakes, they're just kids, right? But then they have a responsibility to learn from their mistakes. Normally, we say children have the right to be, fed good food, and then they have a right to play, relax, and enjoy. Don't burden them with homework. Then children should be responsible enough not to waste their food if they get good food. And then if they have a right to play, then they have a responsibility to take care of those special children who are with special needs. Include them in their play, include them in their games, and let them also enjoy, right? So all these small things make up responsibility for little kids also. So my dear children, I hope you understood the meaning of the word responsibility, and from today onwards you will take care of your responsibilities. Thank you.